All right, so I'm going to just talk a little bit in the light of Nipsey Hussle's death, going back over it. And I just want to bring up two principles. Principle of unity and principle of individualism. And I want to talk about them two principles. Nipsey Hussle, most of y'all know who he is. The ones that don't, he worked from the curb. He sold t-shirts. He leased a store. He sold t-shirts. He made rap music. He was going to get evicted just because on GP. LAPD wanted him up out of there, but he turned around and the owner really liked him. He had favor from God, obviously. And he turned around, and when the man decided to sell, he sold it to Nipsey. Nipsey bought the whole strip mall. The wonderful thing, he hired felons. So, as an individual, he took care of his own. He took care of himself, whether selling t-shirts, whether making rap music, whatever he had to do, he took care of himself. And how did it end up? Spilling into the collective whole. And that's what it's all about. It's all about the collective whole. And if you ain't about the collective whole, well then you ain't rolling on Nipsey Hussle's vibe. All my homeboys down there in LA, bottom line is, man, down in there in LA, y'all, check it, man. Hey, every time you pass Crenshaw Slauson, every time you see Crenshaw t-shirt, every time you see powder, you ought to say no. I don't know what's cracking with the A-Track gangsters down there. You know what I'm saying? As far as in the rolling 60s, I just shout out and say, man, and you know, bro, everybody heard y'all was going to the funeral, and guess what? Man, we love y'all. You know, that was so beautiful that y'all decided to go to that funeral. And hopefully, you know, I don't know where everything at down there, you know, but I just hope y'all get along, you know. And that's no disrespect to Big Cat and everybody else from the other side. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 90s. And it just clean everything up. You know, look, man, at one time, man, y'all was one gang, man. I just have to look you in the eye and say that, home. We met at St. Andrews Park and Sportsman Park, man. It was just West Side Baby Crips and West Side Crip. Then it went BC, everything blocked off and went NH. And don't matter who was first. It just, you know, hey, that's the way it went down. And shout out to Big Bay, Baycott, you know, and back in that day, Hillbilly, you know, Pookie, you know, Monkey Man. I can go down the line, y'all, you know. And all I can say is God is not through the great warrior. Uniting, collectiveness. That's the power spot, man. That's where we gonna get things done. Individually, it's cool, because we should produce to our best ability. But on collectiveness, man, the Law 1, we gotta watch, man. Watch the Law 1, y'all. You remember Serena Williams? You know, her sister? You know what I'm saying? Just because she was in the hood. And you know, things are happening in the hood, and if we can't heal it, then it's happening to someone that's attached to us, is my point. If you leave the hood for dead, you left your relatives for dead. You that enjoy the individuality of doing everything to the best of your ability. And as far as I'm concerned, the present day situation dealing with the African American hoods, it is only the African American people through Christ, through receiving the Messiah and the Spirit of God. I don't know what other kind of spirit is moving out there, but it's only the Spirit of God working grace in your hearts, man. You know, like it did mine. You turn from running up to running up. but running up for the big G-O-D, hold your breath, you know, and coming into alignment with that, you know, and switching lanes over into that, and the mindset shifting over to that, like Nipsey Hussle did, and then it flowed into the collective whole like a stream, you know, the mountain waters pouring into the river, and so that's the universal, perfect will of God, one tribe. So for all you brothers and sisters out there that got yours, and I commend you. I thank God for you rising up to the best of your potential. I think that's cool. But again, we all got love, relatives in the inner cities and hoods, and we are our brother's keeper, you know. And it is a fact, man. Collectively, it's gonna take an army, you know. Just like it took an army to get the money with the drugs, it's gonna take an army to push back and go legit. Thank God, shout out to Jay-Z with all the money he made. He's a billionaire now, investing with the collective whole, even though the investors that he was hooked up with and all the different things he did was with a group of people, I'm pretty sure. Advisors and everything else. Being in the real estate game as long as I've been in and still in, and you know, hey, anybody coming to Vegas on business, I could shoot you out stuff, but I'm not pitching that because I'm pitching this right now. I'm pitching this. I'm pitching collectiveness. And the bottom line, it's not about making merchandise out of people and seeing dollar signs. But it is about supporting each other out there, y'all. Support each other's businesses and support each other in the movement. Because the collective gets things done. You can't win a war with one. You win a war with the collective, an army. And clearly, God is saying, you are one. And collectively, you can do it. Just like Joshua, when he took the promised land. You had to help your brother. 3 tribes on this side had theirs, but they couldn't enjoy it till they went over there and helped them over there. It's divine universal principle. It don't matter what book it's out of. Unity is the blessing. And you do your best as an individual. But it's unity is where the power is. So, if it's 1,000 of y'all out there, and you got money, stars, people that got money, African American descent, then it behooves you to collectively, us, help each other and begin to create. And looking at Nipsey, he created jobs. You might have to create whatever God tells you to create and bring to the table. You know? These cats ain't playing, man. They'll make buffoons out of us. We don't want to be the entertainment for the world. You know, as far as, let's see the show. Not when the blood is running in the streets. There's a time to laugh and there's a time to cry. You know, here's why. You are the descendants of your ancestors being slaves, worked the wealth of this country, and they collectively, tens of thousands, added to the wealth of this country. And because of that, that's to be respected. Now, when people see us unified, then the respect comes. Handling our business like any other nationality of people. You know? Investing, buying things up, hiring our own, helping each other. And the parts that we get in movies and things like that, if it ain't edifying, if it's showing ignorance, if it's showing stupidity, Don't take the parts, man. Don't let them buy your soul out for the collective whole. You feel me? Laughter is good, but buffoonery is what they used to do all the time with us. Same spirit. Coming, you guys entertain me. And entertainment is good, and we do that well. But do people have respect? Try walking in anywhere flagged up, or hood up, or anything dealing with the ghetto. Man, you're going to get scrutinized and followed and everything else, man. And I turn around and say, man, I'm the descendant of slaves that built this nation. And check it. They built into the wealth of this nation. Their contribution was great, which be worth billions and billions and billions of dollars if they'd have got paid fair. And they got paid nothing. And everybody bow down to that one on this one. When you see somebody and you want to disrespect people that look like they from the hood and stuff like that, just tell them, man, my ancestors built the wealth in this country, and what you are enjoying today as a result, a direct result of the great contribution that my ancestors made. So do what you got to do. But know that we very aware, we are awakened to the one thing, that you may not want to respect us, but God gonna make you respect us, because we're the seed of them that labored in the vineyard. And the cry of the laborers entered into the ears of the Lord of the Sabbath, the Lord of rest. And therefore don't harass, don't disgruntle, don't look down on, don't stratify on, disrespect. So we got to earn that, take that back, y'all, by cutting lyrics that's going to, have a decent spit to it. Well, we pointing to divine principles. What's wrong with that? Somewhere, that should be a hook. Our parts that we play on the screen should be a more serious or more, it's cool because God uses to bring joy, but of more principled meaning. It's like Denzel Washington. He wouldn't take a part, man, unless it was he had to earn that. He wouldn't allow them to buy out one individual. Can I buy your soul to act like a fool? No, man. We sending a message this time. We're repenting from the foolishness and the seduction through the money to portray anything but respect. Why? For our grandkids, so they'll get their respect. God wants people to respect African Americans. And this is not a racist thing. This is just simply saying the disrespect been so long that no. We more than a football team and a basketball team. We more than entertainment. We are a people that God was with and has been with all this time. You can see all the signs around and all of that. But we are a people that God's hand is on. You better believe it. So, with that said, if God got his hand on a nation or a people, then touch not my anointing and do his prophets no harm. Simply put, man, please don't mess with my people. It's just a heads up warning out there, man. If the attitude is disrespectful, just say they are the sons of descendants of slaves. Just overlook some of the ignorance and some of the stuff you see, because some of this is just very spiritual. And it's only going to take a collective force to deal with it. And therefore, no matter how successful we are in the suburbs, until we deal with the inner cities as a people on a collective strike, a collective force to take our monies and invest, like Nipsey Hussle did, and rather be real estate, investing in nurturing, invest in spending time, invest in pointing our kids to principles. No more sellouts. Every rap record that promoted guns and drugs and dog chicks, regardless of whatever, that's the legacy you left for the kids, man. So it's always not too late to go the other way. You can still talk, man, but spit about something that's mean. Don't let them buy you out, bro. They got the money, man. They know what, but people want to hear that. Hey, man, no, the shift has came. And now the people must hear this. Higher thinking, higher level. Shout out to Khalid, featuring Nipsey Hussle. They trying to bring it up, man. Bring up to the higher vibe, y'all. And people out there still shedding innocent blood or thinking about it, man, be careful before you run into a wall. You hear what I'm saying, man? Because if the shift came and God said, hey, that's it. That's it. Take it from me. I've been to many funerals, especially in LA. More than you can count. Hugged many brothers. Had many tears on his chest. For the warriors. Check this one out, though, man. Guess what? Guess what? They had to go revenge. And shout out to the ones that do revenge. I understand what you're doing, man. The pain is great. Only the grace of God can cause you to turn and go the other way, man. Seriously. I understand. But God is able for you not to ride and let it go. I'm still here at 57, raised in South Central from 70 to 2000. During my years, it was all bad, man. Guess what, though? It turned out all good. But here's my point, my brother. If God is saying unify and not just be the individual, especially on the ego trip, think of the collective whole, that who you finna run up on and smash on. They got kids, man. And there's another one not there for the family, and it's going to affect the kids. And the kids grow up distorted. And then there's something wrong about the distortion, because then they wind up getting involved. The same curse goes down the line, bro. Collectively, for your own kids. If you ain't got none for your nephews, for your nieces, for your cousins, for your uncle, for somebody, bro, say, nah, man, you know what, man? I'm bringing these laws through the law of responsibility and the law of stewardship of your life and the law of sowing and reaping. Just lean in the right direction. Forgiveness. Just lean in the right direction. Long-suffering and patience and faith and kindness and all these things that we were not. Say, God, help me to be so I can affect these kids. Because I know if I keep sowing, I know we got to reap. I know the law of consequence will be the next teacher. But it's okay, my homeboy, if you rolling and you get away and you smash. But what ain't okay is that when you reap, you gone from your family, man. And your kids weeping because their daddy is, or their mother is not, man. Are they worth it? And if you ain't got no kids, you see a kid somewhere, African American little kid, think about it, bro. And say, man, I'm not going to smash. I'm going to do the Nipsey Hussle thing, that kingdom thing, that higher vibe thing, that higher mind thing, that thing that say, hey, I'm turning and go this way, homie. No, since the revival when the Crips and Bloods came together, we keeping this one. We're going to have to fight to keep it. We're going to have to fight to give forgiveness. You're going to have to fight to be patient. You're going to have to fight to have faith. You're going to have to fight. And then you take the faith with a balance and take your energy with that same balance and use it in faith to do the right thing and watch God move collectively. And we shouldn't stop till we own what was stolen from our fathers. And if we don't do it, if we don't love ourselves, we should love our children and respect our ancestors and say, man, hey, I can't do this no more, man. And the power of God will come on you like it came on me. And I wind up, instead of rolling on sets, walking up on sets, telling them how much I love them, bro. Straight up. Willing to take bullets and all. 3 o'clock in the morning. 111 Vermont, all through the alleys down there. Every project, all through South Central. And anybody out there in South Central, man, have you ever seen a guy with a beard? And he used to hold a white sign with blue and red and say, ask Jesus, save you now. And for my Hebrew brothers, yeah, it was Jesus. That's the one we knew. Yeshua. All right. So the bottom line, guess what, bro? Guess what? That homie worked them fields, man. Down there at them schools, man. Just trying to reach out, man. All he knew, man, look here, man. Through the Spirit of God. Through Christ. Through him raising from the dead and giving us the Spirit. His hair was like wool, homeboy. What, you ain't up on, you ain't with that? So then bottom line is his Spirit comes in. Now you got help. It's called the helper. That's what charge changes you, bro. And you gotta change. That changes daily, cause you can easily slip back in. I got homies slip back in doing hard time life. You know, being used by God mightily at one time. Yeah. But you can make the break, not by power, not by might, but by His Spirit. And then you can connect. Step 1, you ask for change. Step 2, God answers. Step 3, you come into alignment. And the only one can bring you there is the Spirit of God. So as you lean, by the grace of God, He gives you the strength to go the other way and start doing the right thing, like kindness versus hate. And then the Spirit gives you strength and your desires change. And you just roll in the momentum. And then we start thinking ideas. God ideas, like Nipsey. God now can arise in us. Can these bones live? Surely God can bring us together. Surely God is able. But are we willing to stand on our feet as a mighty army and the breath of God be breathing through us? Not our own thoughts, not our own will, but the will to perform. That is to say, the only way the hood gonna get healed is through us, the collective force, through unification. So you that are stuck in an individual bondage, let the chains go. Let God set you free. You say, I am my brother's keeper. What can I do to help my brothers that's fallen in these inner cities? In Yeshua's name, brother. What can I do to help my brother? How can I forgive my brother? Now I understand my homies, my little homies, as I mentioned before, man. His sister caught it through the black, coming through the door. Big fat rat over there on 5-4. Yeah, y'all know about him. But the way his sister died in front of that little boy, man. He lost his whole family, man. Hey, President Bush should be dropping bombs, bro. Ain't nobody gonna kill your whole family. Well, that's what you walk into when you walk into LA. You may walk into that and they don't know who you are. But that pain, homie. But all my homies that is in that pain and cried on my chest, it's a bomb in Gilead. God's bomb. And through God's that's what happened when you felt the vibration, when you felt the energy moving down there at the funeral, when the Crips just couldn't do it, homeboy. Not by power, not by might, by the Spirit. We came together. Bones stood up on their feet, and we became a mighty army that day. And from this point on, bro, let's carry that, man, because ain't nothing else left but to give death to our kids and renew our mind by the Spirit and by the divine principles and universal laws. This is a shout out, man. You know, 70 to 2000 South Central. I'm still here. 21 grandkids blessed. No, they ain't all over the place either. Still got my wife. Y'all got it twisted. Don't go looking for it because you ain't going to find her. And none of y'all, man, peep game. None of y'all, man. None of y'all was there probably, bro, back in them days. We went to Bret Hart LaSalle in Washington. We rode in Crocker Sacks. We rode in Wallabies. Starched up cords. Yeah, we had the Pendletons. But everything was smooth, bro. Respectful. You know? Look up the word Crips. You know? It was protection. Spin off from the Bay Area. From the Panthers. Two brothers went to South Central. The Bloods was, this is my family. Let's go back to the original meaning. And screw the devil, man. Tell him to take a hike, homie. That's who you bust on. You don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but principalities and powers and high wickedness in high places, man. And tell him to take a hike, bro. Reverse that curse of the jacket that he put on him. You know, every time we go and start a war, we name these people. They're insurgents. Or we name them people... these are, we put a title on the enemy. That way we can kill him because he's not human. The devil threw a title on Bloods and Crips and tried to reverse it when in the beginning it meant brotherhood. In the beginning it meant patrolling. It meant taking care of each other. It meant I am my brother's keeper. I'm not a murderer like Cain who slew his brother because his works was evil. And if you've done evil, God loves you, bro. Moses was a murderer, and God he shook a nation, bro. God wants you. Not Uncle Sam. God wants you, homie, with his principles in you. Killers, really. All you killers out there especially. Because you know what? Moses shook a nation. You got nations shaking, earthquaking, anointing, and power of God resting and waiting to use you and reverse the curse. I'm talking to the Army, South Central, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, California, all of it. Yeah, Texas, Oklahoma, all of you. Dirty, all of that. Wherever you at, homeboy, and overseas. Just like Crips and Bloods shook and are still present in places around the world. We can reverse it. What would Tookie Williams want? He would want us to reverse the curse, bro. What would Nipsey Hussle want? Us to reverse the curse, bro. But the only way we can do it is say, Lord, I'm a sinner. I smoked up now. I was up in a minute. Got me twisted, homie. You see them eyes bulge? They ain't bulging out because of gunshots to my head. The gun jammed on my head, homie. 12 brothers. You know? I'm over in Ice Cube's hood. I'm over there where they hang out. Dub C and all them. Guns jammed on my head, man. Yeah, brother, take a pistol whipping and get stomped out in them alley on Sox Los, man. Anybody know about that? Shout out. Yeah. Shout out. That's right. I was back in whacking them days. You know? Birdie. All of that, man. So all I'm saying is, bro, God was able to transform me back then when the 80s hit. And God can transform you. And I cannot reach my whole hood, man. I need an army. I need to be in an army. Y'all got the battle scars. Just reverse it. Start banging in the right way. Banging on the finances. Checking out your phone, man. Seeing how the stocks hit or something on that. Right? How y'all don't invest in something. Or how y'all don't do something. Positive. Look what one thing Nipsey Hussle, he set it in motion. It is a move of God, homie. It was a move of God. It's still here, bro. Khalid ain't even gonna let it rest. So the bottom, thank God. But don't forget, man. You know, our ancestors were slaves in Egypt, right here. Remember, God, all He wanted to do, remember, I brung you out, man. God brung us out of the real chains, and the devil is a lie to pay you 0.1 cent, 8 cents a day. And you can't take care of your family because you strung up in the penitentiary because these fools don't bring some powder over in our hoods that we can't grow in our backyard and say, this is your job. No. No. Fight for your grandkids. Fight for your kids. Fight for your family. Fight for your hood. Fight, say, no, you can't have my hood because my kids might get caught up in this once I'm dead and gone. And you might die sooner than you think. Leave something, homie. Other than I murked how many bodies I got, man. Give me a break, boy. Break the curse. You can do it, man. I understand the pain. I understand the ego. I understand the narcissists that come behind us swelling up on each other, man. But it's of the devil, bro. To destroy, murder, kill, rob, and destroy is the works of the devil. And you better than that. Bigger than that. A prince. You royal, bro. You guys children, man. You part of his family, man. He been with us since slavery, man. What it take, homeboy, to wake you up, man? You know? Because they put you go so far off the end, homie. They got you in 24/7 lockdown, man. You can't even get out of the hole, homeboy. Where your homies at then? With your family out there and your kids crying, man. Saying, where my daddy at? Where my mom? What's up, man? What's up? What's up with my dad, man? They going through changes. Now they on drugs. Now they pimping. Now they doing this. Now they in the game. Because they hurt. Because you ain't there. Wake up. It's high time. Yeah, well, I'm running up. But we running up by the spirit, homeboy. No more body bags. Switch lanes. Not by power, not by might. I'm a living witness. Yep. Living witness. Coming nothing but God. Yep, and all my homies, I was at the Whispers on 54th and Western, down in LA, with Big Magic. Yeah, this dollar holler out, man. And all y'all, from Nicholson Gardner, Manpower to Jake P, all the homies that's dead, and all the homies, remember that in the 80s? All of y'all ballers down in LA? Remember the Carolina West with the phones back in that day? Remember how the car got messed up after that? If you've been around the block, and then the dope came in, like Ice Cube said, and messed up the whole cart, man. No, Dove C said it, whichever one. But look how they changed. Look at Snoop Dogg. Look how they lining up, man. Alignment. This was to shake us to the core. So we can do war unto death. Selah. The death of what? The death of the ego. The death of blousing and provoking jealousy. The death of the mindset of unforgiveness. The death of impatience. The death of lack of perseverance. The death of, man, it's all about me. We deny ourselves and follow the Christ, the Messiah's teachings. To love your neighbor as yourself, bro. And say, I can't, man, I got too much pain, bro. But the Holy Spirit got you, homie. He got you. He got you. He got you. Just lean that way. The momentum will come. You say, Lord, I don't want to do this no more. Man, fact, some of y'all done already said it. God is already moving. He's answered your prayer. Step 1, you release the request. Step 2, source receives it. God answers. Step 3, you get in alignment. Step 4, you're in the receptive mode. Now you able to receive it. Nipsey went through every phase. And step 5, manifestation. It's in the mindset. Renew your mind by the divine principles and spiritual laws that govern this universe, that govern the kingdom of God. And as you move in them things, the strength of God will be upon you. And every time you get hit, you're ready to revenge every act of disobedience that exalts itself against the knowledge of Christ. And who was Christ down, he's willing to die for his hood. Straight up. Like Martin Luther King. Like Nipsey Hussle. Man, I'm out of here, man. I love y'all. We trying to reach out, bro. Marathon continues, homie. Ain't never stopping. Never. Long as we got breath, we gonna bang this one. The marathon continues. God will arise in his people. God bless you.